Have you ever heard about a movie called SurfsUP? Great movie, right? But did you know that there's a sequel with goddamn WWE superstars in it? That's right, WWE has taken a beloved movie and turned it into an ad. And honestly, I'm not even sure that's the worst part. You see, the movie starts off with a recap of the first movie in like an interview style. And I guess that kinda makes sense since it is a kids movie based on another kids movie just about 10 years later. Anyway, the first movie was about Cody finding his place in the world. He learned that there's more to life than just winning. It explored themes like friendship and true passion. We see a ton of character growth in our main character in this movie, going from this outcast who feels lost in life to him finding his own path. He also learns the real reason why he serves, which isn't for the glory of it all, but instead for his passion. The sequel says screw all that and completely erases his character development, and they turn him into someone who only cares about winning and constantly needs to prove himself.
Not according to Mr. McMahon and Hunter. You better start packing your bags, Tank, because by tomorrow, I'm gonna be part of the Hang Five, traveling the world, doing the most radical stuff, and you'll just go back to being a nobody from Nowhere Island, and you'll never see me again.
It's like the makers of this movie don't even know who Cody is. Because in this movie, Cody comes across as bitter because he didn't gain all the fame and glory that Jake and Joe now has after their last competition. Which again goes completely against the first movie's message and what he learned in it. He now runs a surf academy, but he seems more focused on chasing recognition than teaching anything meaningful, even though he actually says he wants to inspire people.
What about our surf school?
Lonnie, come on! It's the Hang Five, okay? I gotta be famous. I'll be a hero to millions of kids.
But you're already a hero to the kids back home.
And me.
This is different. Can't you see that?
In this movie, Cody even shoves around Tank above lava. Like, sure, Cody never liked Tank, but this just feels out of character for him. Like in the first movie, Cody actually warned Tank to look out when he was about to crash into something.
Hey! Look out!
You look out!
So this action in the sequel just doesn't make sense. And it also almost leads to Cody accidentally killing Jake and Joe.
I don't want to be a combo meal!
I gotta admit, that line was kinda funny. Oh, and remember Big C? Because the makers of this movie certainly doesn't. Big C is just gone. They don't even mention his character other like in the intro of the movie. It feels like they just deleted him, which just doesn't make any sense. Zeke, aka Big C, was Cody's motivation in the first movie to surf. It was the reason why Cody never gave up. And their bond in the first movie was so interesting, since Zeke gave Cody advice that he himself couldn't even follow. He wasn't that one unstoppable guy that Cody thought he was. His character was flawed. He was human. And then again, SurfsUP 2 throws that all out the window and replaces Zeke with the Hang Five, a team of characters made out of WWE superstars like goddamn John Cena. And somehow, these guys are now Cody's childhood surfing idols. Like what? But I actually think you could have done this, just with way better writing, because it doesn't make any sense to just force them into his past. If they wanted Cody's character to look up to these guys, you could totally have done that, without ruining the story of the first movie. And what also just sucks about this is the Hang Five is portrayed as these perfect beings. They feel so soulless compared to Big C.
I want to be remembered for who I am, not what I did.
Oh, brother!
And that's probably because they are just advertising for the wrestlers in this movie. If I have to say something that I liked about this movie, I guess I can appreciate that they kept the bit where Arnold keeps drowning and Lonnie has to save him. But not much more than that. Another thing this movie just doesn't get right is Cody. He doesn't feel like the Cody Maverick we know and love from the first movie. I think part of it is also just the casting. I mean, Cody was originally voiced by Shia LaBeouf. His performance gave Cody this kind of awkward, cocky but likable energy, which really worked in that movie.
I could tell. He needed some space and, some time to himself. I didn't want to, ask him all these questions, so just kind of stood there quietly.
You're Big Z! I can't believe it! You're alive! You're alive!
That's the respectful way to go, I think.
Why are you alive? What happened? Tell me everything started.
In the sequel, he just kind of sounds generic. I don't know.
Man, that could have been me, you know? Famous, successful, a winner that everyone respects. I mean, look at him.
And with that, I kind of want to add a quick side note, because one thing I couldn't help noticing was the dialogue. I don't know what it is about it, but it just sort of feels awkward in a way.
He knocked me off my board. That's why we lost.
Yeah? I didn't see anything. You sure?
He totally rubbed it in my face. He practically admitted to it.
That's messed up, man. But you know what? Maybe let it go.
But one thing you would assume would be better in this movie would be the animation. I mean, the movie's made like 10 years later, but somehow the first movie still looks better. They even go for some of the same shots in this movie as in the first, but it just doesn't look as good. SurfsUP feels like one of those movies that just didn't really need a sequel. The first movie told a complete story and it was such a masterpiece. And honestly, any attempt to continue it would probably feel like a letdown. So the worst part about this movie is that the first movie is connected to it, since the first movie never really needed a sequel, and it actually never got one either. Instead, it got a long ad for WWE. I'm just sad that a movie made with so much fun, soul and passion is turned into a lazy corporate cash grab for the WWE.